before the universe, before atoms, before time began ticking its first second. What was there? And more importantly, what was not? The Bible opens with a sentence so familiar that most people stop questioning it. In the beginning. But have you ever asked, beginning of what? Was it the beginning of time? The beginning of matter? The beginning of our universe? Or the beginning of something already in motion? In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:17 English words. But beneath those words lies a depth that has challenged theologians, scientists, and philosophers for centuries. The verse does not argue. It does not defend. It simply declares, God created. There is no explanation of where God came from. No origin story. No genealogy of the divine. Just a statement. The Bible does not begin with a sentence. It begins with a word. Bereshit. Translated, in the beginning. But in Hebrew structure, this word can mean, at the start of, which suggests something profound. Not the absolute beginning of existence, but the beginning of a sequence. A story unfolding. If that is true, then Genesis 1, the first of may not describe the beginning of God. It describes the beginning of creation. Which means, before the beginning, God already was. Now listen carefully. The Gospel of John opens with these words, in the beginning was the Word. The Greek term is logos. It means word, but also reason, order, divine intelligence. John does not say the Word came into existence. He says the Word was already existing before creation began. And John continues, through him all things were made. Suddenly Genesis and John are echoing each other. Across centuries, across languages, across covenants. Genesis introduces creation. John introduces the eternal word behind creation. Creation is not described as accidental. It is described as spoken. And when something is spoken, it implies intention. But then Genesis 1:2 shifts the tone. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the deep. Why begin with disorder? Why not start with beauty? Why not start with perfection? Some scholars describe this as unshaped potential. Others see poetic imagery. Some propose it reflects ancient Near Eastern cosmology. But the text itself remains silent about the details. It does not explain the chaos. It moves forward. Then something unexpected happens. God speaks. And God said, "Let there be light." But the sun does not appear until later. So what was this light? Physical light? Spiritual light? The light of divine presence. Psalm 104:2 says, God wraps himself in light as with a garment. 1 John 1:5 says, God is light. Not just a giver of light. Light itself. Is Genesis revealing physics, or revealing nature? Modern science suggests the universe began with a burst of energy. An explosion of light. But science struggles with one question: what caused it? Genesis begins not with mechanism, but with agency. Not with accident, but with will. If time began here, then God exists outside time. If space began here, then God exists beyond space. Genesis 1:1 is not just a beginning. It is a boundary. It separates creator from creation. And perhaps that is why the Bible does not attempt to prove God. It assumes him. Because in the biblical narrative, God is not part of reality. He is the source of it. But something remains unresolved. Genesis 1:1 introduces creation. Genesis 1:2 introduces darkness. Formlessness. Deep waters. Where did the deep come from? Why is there darkness at the dawn of creation? If everything began here, why does the story feel like it started mid-scene? As if something existed before the curtain opened. If Genesis is the beginning, then what was before it? And what is the deep that waits in verse 2? Next episode, we descend into the darkness and uncover the mystery of the deep.